and his State of Fury. So it walks in. Starter Jeff Van der Molen with the button. They're ready. Offered any tick. And they're racing. Santa Bray dug up hard from the inside. Keen to lead as well. Profit and Power comes across. Cable Rock. Rommel's Goddess is up handy. So State of Fury as they turn over into the back. A length and a half off those came on the inside when they settled down a BC with Ideally. And then a length away on the outside. Royal Elite with a larger one next of all. Run Like Fire. Cressy back behind those. And last of all is West Coast Express. And so as they near the 1100 going down the back, and Profit and Power eventually burn them off. And so the favourite goes to the lead here. Shows the way for Campbell going out by the 1000. State of Fury running second. A length away on the inside is Santa Bray. Rommel's Goddess occupies fourth spot in the centre. Cable Rock sitting in the cheap seats though, 3 deep outside of her. A length away on the inside of BC, 3/4 of a length Ideally. A length and a half a larger one. Off the bit behind them is Royal Elite. Cressy is next. Run Like Fire, and desperately ridden back there last of all is West Coast Express. Inside the 600 they head. Profit and Power look to be in cruise mode for Campbell. Profit and Power leads by a length to the turn. State of Fury second. Santa Bray's off the steel coming into the turn third. Over on the outside, Rommel's Goddess comes out to try and make an impact. Followed further back then on the outside by Ideally, and cutting back to the rails is a BC. At the 250, Profit and Power led by 3, Rommel's Goddess. Down the outside running on is Ideally. 150 left to go. Profit and Power's the leader. Ideally is trying to make a go of it, but Profit and Power clear close to home has got more than enough in hand, and it's all the way for Profit and Power, and the star bet for the day salutes accordingly. Profit and Power beat home Ideally. Santa Bray kept coming on the inside. It grounded out. In behind those next of all pulling up is a BC. Rommel's Goddess. In behind them Run Like Fire, followed by State of Fury. Cable Rock Tramp deep, followed further back by Cressy, and a long margin Royal Elite back with West Coast Express, and pulling up is a larger one who finished a distant last. Profit and Power takes it out. 1:10.2 will be the placings here after the running of the second leg of the quaddie. And there were plenty that were prepared to probably play this one out in that leg. Profit and Power, it did look to be one of the better bets for the day. Luke Campbell took matters into his own hands. He was always going to be keen to try and lead here on this gelding. He got there without too much fuss and then just cruised along. And whilst I thought the effort of Ideally was very good back here in the metropolitan area for the first time, finished off, come to the end of its run, probably 100 from home. Santa Bray, and behind them Rommel's Goddess and also a BC. That winner's a Divine Profit gelding out of Eladair, trained by Jimmy Taylor for Tina and Lois Taylor. Big shout out to Lo, who's been a little bit off her game lately, but hopefully that again has given her more spring in a step. Brittany Taylor, a part owner. Paul Quartermain, Kegger Russell, D Hardigan, Pete Flamatti, A Ryan, J Mitchell, P Course, D Brown, R Burnett, and G Durpich and Darjay Collier. Luke Campbell there in the saddle. Second 10, Ideally, a Vancouver mare. She's out of Ideal Image for Peters Investments. Clint Johnston Porter there, the rider for Mickey G. And Santa Bray third by Manhattan Rain from my sister Lil. Ross Price and Jared Noski combining for Frank and Josie Fiore. Now the margin was 2 lengths in favour of the winner, 1 1/4 second and third in a time of 1:39.81. So they carved out a good gallop, 1:39.81, 35.18 the last 600. Going into race 6 at 20 to 5, the MCA Polytrack Handicap over 1300, and a field of 14. Big numbers here for the third leg of the quaddie. No changes as we head back downstairs. And here's Lockie, who'll be no doubt catching up with his dad, Jim, trainer of Profit and Power after this all-the-way victory.
No, Darren. Dad's in hospital at the moment, so he's certainly not on course here at Belmont Park. So we're just running solo here at the moment, but Profit and Power, he really deserved this result. His owners have been very, very patient with him throughout his career. He's just a lovely, big, gentle giant of a horse, and he's taken a lot of time and patience to stay sound, but now that he is sound, he looks like he's going to be a horse that can go through his grades really nicely, Scott.
Well, he's got that really attractive racing pattern, Lockie, straight to the front. He rolls them along. He gets horses chasing before the point of the home corner. But the second mare, very good as well. Ideally, that was only her third career run, so she's gone from a Geraldton maiden here to a midweek Class 3 and more than measured up in defeat. But all honours with Profit and Power. With a racing pattern like that, Lockie, there'd have to be an 1,800-metre graduation with his name on it in the near future. If not, maybe even a sneaky 66 plus just to get the weight off his back.
Exactly right. He was actually nominated for an 1,800-metre graduation event last Saturday, but drew the river there, so we opted to wait just a few more days, bring him back to the midweeks, and Luke Campbell rode him like the best horse in the race, and the horse did the rest.
Exactly right. Luke Campbell is about to weigh in and then have a chat to us after the victory of Profit and Power here in what was the second leg of the quaddie. Luke Campbell is going to join us for a chat. You were going to jump out there in the photo, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. Mr. Taylor actually said, go jump out in the photo quickly, but thought I'd listen to you instead, Scotty.
It's a good idea, that. What was the listening pre-race? What did Lockie say about instructions today? Don't mess it up.
Yeah, well, you boys said don't mess it up, but replace the mess word with something else. But nah, look, I spoke to Lockie pre-race, and I did have a feeling that maybe Santa Bray from barrier 1 might have wanted to kick up and lead. But I know my bloke, he sort of can cruise at a very high tempo. So he began really well, and I knew early that I was going to be able to cross the ones to my inside. So I came across, took my time to sort of come across, and when I got there, I sort of just put my hands down and let him sort of just come back underneath me a bit, and he did. And we were still, I thought, going at a pretty solid gallop for a mile race. Coming to about the half mile, I just felt like I knew I had a lap full of horse under me, and I just sort of quickened a little bit, went through my gears from the 600, and he just kept going and going, so it was a really solid effort.
Looks like an 1,800 metres at Ascot would suit him as well.
Yeah, he'll definitely get out to the 18 and even beyond that, 2,000. So, look, he's definitely a nice horse. I think that's the way sort of to ride him. He does need to be sort of rolling along a bit, sort of getting things his own way. So, but no, it was a solid effort from the horse today.
There was a couple of blokes inside that asked me a question that they wanted me to ask you. What do you walk around at? They were obviously thinking if Flower of Gold was to sneak a run in the Northerly on the weekend.
I walk around at, like, now that the weather's getting a bit better, probably like in the 51 sort of area. But yeah, obviously I rode Sinful Living a couple of months ago for the Pierces at 49, and I did do that reasonably well, I thought. So yeah, I'm obviously always available to ride light if anyone does need me, and I appreciate the support that I'm getting from everyone, and it's going good, yes.
Good to know. Well said, well ridden, well done.
Thanks, Scott.
There's Luke Campbell combining with Jim Taylor and Profit and Power to take out the 5th here at Belmont Park. On the other side of the break and the replay, we'll be having a look at Neville Parnham's team ahead of Saturday afternoon's Northerly Stakes.